What if you could have more house, more land, more life? Welcome to Mississippi. It's where your dream home isn't a dream. It's more than a state, it's a state of soul. The birthplace of American music, and let's find your rhythm here. To get the real vibe, I've talked to many locals, so don't worry, I'll tell you expect to expect. I'll cover all the important details: real estate prices, rent, cost of living, weather, and which neighborhoods or districts are worth considering. I'll lay out all the pros and cons so you can make a clear decision. So if you're ready, let's explore the Deep South. Stick around. Let's start with the capital city, Jackson, located on the banks of Pearl River and nicknamed as the City with Soul, making Jackson a varied artistic and theatrical culture. Life here is way slower than New York City, and the city isn't walkable, and public transportation is minimal. If top-tier schools and safety are your priority, you'll look to the suburbs, which are consistently ranked among the safest in the state. 300,000 goes very far in the suburbs of Jackson. Even in Madison, the most affluent of area, quality of life in Madison is great. Madison area is on the north side of the metro, is Jackson's version of the Woodlands in Houston or Franklin outside Nashville. The city of Ridgeland provides a perfect central location, featuring the state's most affluent area, with high-end shopping at the Renaissance at Colony Park and luxurious homes in communities like Bridgewater. On the other side of the water, Brandon is booming, well-planned, and loaded with newish suburban shopping, and Flowood offers a family-focused atmosphere with great schools and more accessibly priced homes in lovely subdivisions like Arbor Landing and Castle Woods. However, if you prefer a more historic, urban feel, Jackson proper has you covered. The city's cultural heart beats in neighborhoods like Belle Haven, with its charming 1920s cottages, and Fondren, known for its vibrant art scene, while the stately homes of Eastover offer a more secluded, classic luxury. Overall, Jackson offers affordability, with a median home price at $123,000 and a median household income at $44,000. Rent is about $950 on average. Furthermore, the cost of living is 10% lower than the national average. That said, Jackson is an overly hated place by people who've either been there once or never at all. There's a lot of culture and history with a really good food scene. Next up is Starkville. It's in eastern Mississippi in Oktibbeha County. This city of about 25,500 residents is the home to and it's a friendly place, full of families and small-town living. It's a smaller town, so you won't find every chain store or restaurant, but it's far from rural. Housing can be expensive, but there's so much of it being built all the time that it's pretty easy to find something that will work for you. Avoid the big apartment complexes that are obviously geared towards students. The median home price is $375,000, and the household income in also is $46,930. Well, that's low. Rents can be a bit expensive for Mississippi, but the further from campus, the cheaper the rent is. The median rent is $1,400 per month. With a 17% lower cost of living than the national average, the job market is heavily university-oriented, with Mississippi State University almost always hiring for many different positions. As the home of Mississippi State University, it's a classic college town that's a hub for both sports and academics. In fact, an impressive 25% of the population holds an advanced degree. It's a good college town, but can be kind of isolating for younger non-college adults. It's just so far from any big city amenities. 3 hours to Memphis, 2 to Jackson, 2+ to Birmingham. If you're looking for a quieter life, Starkville is a great place. You'll have the city mostly to yourself in summer. Up next, we have Brandon, located in Rankin County, just east of Jackson. Brandon has flourished over the years from a small of agricultural charm to a thriving, increasingly diverse city with a robust economy. With its strong economy, it's home to one of the best school districts in Mississippi, making it a great housing choice for families. There are two parts of Brandon. Brandon 043 is downtown, Highway 80, I-20, and the surrounding sand hills. Brandon 047 is the res area, which sits on the eastern side of the lake. The Brandon area combines traditional residential subdivisions, lakeside homes, suburban shopping, and deeply wooded areas. All around it's nice. Pearl has good schools, Flowood has nice homes, similar to Madison but more reasonably priced in my opinion. Pisgah is growing and has good-sized houses with more land if you want to live further away from the city. Brandon is exceptionally safe, with a crime rate nearly 75% lower than the national average. It remains affordable, with median home prices often falling in the low to mid $300,000, and the median household income is $93,000. Renters pay around $1,560 a month, and the cost of living is right around the national benchmark. One of Brandon's biggest draws is its prime location. Many of its neighborhoods sit on the eastern side of the massive Ross Barnett Reservoir, offering fantastic access to boating, fishing, and hiking along the Natchez Trace. Up next is Madison. It's an upscale city just north of Jackson that is widely considered one of the best places to live in the state. Madison has earned a stellar reputation as a safe, clean, and affluent community, with some of the best public schools in the entire state, making it a major magnet for families. This is one of the more affluent suburbs in Mississippi, with a cost of living around 8 to 9% lower than the national average, and the median household income is around $120,000. You'll find prestigious, amenity-rich communities like Reunion, which offers a full country club lifestyle, and unique neighborhoods like Lost Rabbit, with its stunning architecture right on the reservoir. Some nice places to live in the Madison area, depending on your price point, are Township at Colony Park, Village at Madison, Lake Caroline, and Rose Bluff. Talking about prices, the median home price sits at $420,000. At the $350,000 price point, you can expect a nearly new 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in a community like Lake Caroline. Step up to around $550,000, and you're looking at a 4-bedroom home. When you reach the $750,000 level, you enter true luxury territory. The average rent in Madison is $2,240 monthly. Overall, Madison is a little pricier, more residential, less stuff to do, less crime, good public schools, and I'd recommend Madison near the reservoir. Next one is Olive Branch. This city is located in DeSoto County and one of the fastest growing communities in the southern region of the United States. It's home to Brussels Bonsai, the largest bonsai nursery in the country. It's safe and pretty affordable with some nice houses and good neighborhoods. They've maintained the old Olive Branch downtown, so to speak, which gives you a feel that you're living in the 1950s. There are tons of parks, golf courses, and sports leagues. Let's talk about the biggest pro. Your money goes way further here. The median home price is just over $335,000, and for that, you get a lot more house than you would just across the state line in Tennessee suburbs like Germantown or Collierville. Plus, Mississippi has no transfer tax on home sales, which can save you thousands right off the bat, and the state sales tax is lower than Tennessee's. While Mississippi does have a state income tax, most people find that the overall cost of living is 13% lower, and the median household income is $98,500. The average rental is $1,400 a month. You should be able to find everything you're looking for within a 30-minute drive, which doesn't sound too bad for you. If it's not in Olive Branch, you can usually find it in Memphis. The only traffic I've ever seen is around 78 and Goodman, but that's where the big shopping center is, plus it's totally avoidable. The crime rate is about half the national average, and the schools are well regarded with a 90% graduation rate. The only real downsides are that it has more of a quiet, rural feel than a bustling city vibe, and because it has grown so fast, the infrastructure can sometimes feel a bit strained. Halfway through our list, at number 5, we have the Velvet Ditch, Oxford. Situated in Lafayette County, it's famously known as the cultural mecca of the South due to its history and culture. Oxford's identity is deeply connected to the University of Mississippi. There is also a large population of very well-to-do Ole Miss alumni who retire here. This influx has driven up prices, making moderately priced homes harder to find as older houses are often replaced with larger, more expensive properties. As a result, it's one of the pricier towns in the state, with a median home price near $480,000. Renters can expect to pay $2,150 monthly, and the median household income is $62,000. The school district is one of the best in the state, and the athletics are superb. The square's a pretty neat place. Great food, fun bar culture, some good live music, but it does get pretty packed on weekends. It's a very pro-small local business area, with many residents going out of their way to buy local. Farmers markets sell some of the best honey and produce you've ever tasted. Oxford's a nice place. The only reasons I could think of for people not wanting to live there would be the cost of living, or if you don't want to deal with college kids. If those aren't deal breakers, Oxford is an incredible place to live. Coming in at number 4 is the Gulf Coast hub of Biloxi. Located in Harrison County, it was once a renowned naval center, now known for its casinos, seafood industry, and relaxed seaside lifestyle. This historic city is in a fantastic spot, about an hour from New Orleans and 45 minutes from Mobile, with I-10 connecting you to everything. It's home to Keesler Air Force Base and the famous hurricane hunters, which gives the city a unique and diverse feel you won't find in many other parts of the state. It's also one of the most affordable coastal cities you'll find, with a median home price around $230,000 and a cost of living that's 15% below the national average. And a household income at $56,000 average rent is similarly low, sitting at $1,100 per month. Now, let's talk about the coastal reality. Life in Biloxi revolves around the waterfront lifestyle, but it's important to know what you're getting. The 26-mile-long beach is man-made, and the water often looks a bit brown because of the Mississippi River's flow, so it's not the crystal-clear water you might see elsewhere. The summers are very hot and humid with frequent thunderstorms, and you have thunderstorms 40 to 60% of days. Hurricane season can be rough. If you don't have a generator, there's a good chance each year that you'll have at least one big hurricane that knocks your power out for several days. On the plus side, the city has great schools that consistently get A ratings, and the food scene is amazing, with a ton of Cajun and Vietnamese influence. The economy is driven by a huge tourism and casino industry, but its history as the seafood capital of the world is still a big part of its identity. Next place is right over the bridge from Biloxi. At number 3, we land in what many consider the crown jewel of the Mississippi Gulf Coast, Ocean Springs. This town is famous for its natural beauty, from its beaches and parks to the stunning Gulf Islands National Seashore, located in the southeastern tip of Mississippi and the Gulf Coast. It's a pretty nice small town with easy interstate access to Mobile, Pensacola, and New Orleans. Got a great school district, best downtown area on the coast, plenty to do, loads of excellent restaurants. The nightlife there is the best on the coastline, with live music at most places and very friendly locals. The downtown is basically 2 streets that hold all the shops and food under oak tree-lined streets. The cost of living is 9% below the national average, with a median home price around $270,000 and a median household income of $79,000. There are newer developments going up in East Ocean Springs as the city grows in that direction. Now, you have to be prepared for the Gulf Coast climate. The summers are famously hot and humid, which is the trade-off for living in this coastal paradise. Overall, you can live anywhere in Ocean Springs and be fine. Our runner-up spot at number 2 is Tupelo, nestled in the hills region of northeast Mississippi, known as the birthplace of Elvis Presley, meaning Tupelo has a rich musical history. The city has been named an All-American City 5 times, and its downtown is a hive of activity with cool local shops and restaurants. It's home to the North Mississippi Medical Center, the largest rural hospital in America, and has a top-tier public school system with a 90% graduation rate. For a city of just over 38,000 people, the quality of healthcare and education is fantastic. In general, Tupelo is great. Yes, there are nicer neighborhoods in specific areas like West Tupelo, which has the Belden and Purnell Road area, around the country club, with tons of neighborhoods that range in age up to new construction. But most houses there will push your budget. If you go out a little bit from there, towards Chesterville Road or towards Belden, you should be able to find some. The median home price in Tupelo is $290,000, and the median household income is $67,000. Those who rent pay about $1,090 per month. Cost of living is 18% less than the national average, and it has a stable economy due to major employers including Toyota and Ashley Furniture. Tupelo is a hub city, which means that the city itself is not very big, but there is a lot of population around Tupelo who use the city's services. The biggest downside is that the city gets flooded by outside people pretty much every weekend. And our number one best place to live in Mississippi for 2025 is Hattiesburg. Nicknamed the Hub City, this dynamic and up-and-coming town in the southeast of the state truly earns its top spot. It's approximately 90 miles southeast of Jackson. It's a college town. Home to the University of Southern Mississippi brings youthful energy to the city with the touch of perfect Southern hospitality. And it offers incredible value, with a median home price around $270,000 and a cost of living that is 11% below the national average, and the median household income is $45,000, and renters pay an average of $990 per month. It's definitely a rising star, with a revitalization of the downtown area and the heavy focus on the local art scene. And if you're looking for major nightlife, you should know that it's a quieter city that tends to shut down relatively early. But Hattiesburg's biggest strength is its unbeatable location. It's perfectly positioned for easy weekend getaways, just an hour and a half from the Gulf Coast and about 2 hours from both New Orleans and Mobile in Alabama. Overall, it's honestly the best place to live in Mississippi. The city is diverse as a whole and more progressive than most of the state. Let me know what you think about the list. Also, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed it, so I can keep bringing the best for you.